Hello, 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 hello. It is Thursday. I wasn't here last week. Did y'all notice? I don't know if you all noticed. I'm sorry I missed last week. I actually did date night with my husband. You know, sometimes relationships, you got to say, hey, no, I'm not working tonight. It's me and you, babe. So I am so sorry I missed you all last week. I did miss you all, but it was hubby time and I needed some hubby time. Let me know how you all are doing in the chat box. Also, let me know where you're watching from. It'd be great to see like where people are watching the show from. I never know what cities people are in when they see this. Dwayne, thank you. He says, yes, I did. You missed it. I missed you too, Dwayne. Okay. I love having these conversations with you all. I think they're definitely needed. And I say what I think are definitely needed is because a lot of people struggle, particularly gay men, particularly people in the LGBT plus Q plus community. They struggle with finding compatibility and showing up as their most authentic selves in a relationship. So I definitely enjoy doing this show. If you have questions, you can put them in the chat box. But if you like this show, you got to like this video, you got to comment, and you have to, most importantly, you got to share the video, okay? Like when I say share the video, share it with some of your single friends, also share it with some of your friends who are in relationships. Even the married folks can watch this show, okay? Charles says, always prioritizing your man. No need to apologize. Thank you for the support, Charles. Yes, yes. I needed some hubby time last week. But I did post a previous video so that you all can see. Hopefully that, helped. Okay. Thank you, Jerome. Michael says, doing okay. Oh, you're in Florida. And Jerome is in Oregon. AE's Mississippi, Meridian. Okay. Ronald Brunswick, Georgia. Okay, so we got this. We're all like the East Coast. Oregon, though, is way over there, West Coast. It's nice to see that we have some West Coast folk watching tonight. Okay. Yes. Thank you. What was said this channel is growing like wildfire. It'll only grow if you all like, share, and comment on the video. If you don't, then it's just us, and then I fade away like a ghost. I don't think you all want me to do that, okay? Yes, if you hit the like button, it helps with the algorithm. If you just watch, it does nothing. As I sip. Definitely let me know in the comment section. I'm sorry, I keep saying comment section. It's the chat. In the chat box, let me know if you have any questions. If you have any dating or relationship questions, go ahead and place those in the chat box. If you are struggling with something, if you want to figure out if you're dateable, if you just have a random question and you want to come on face to face with me and ask the question, I think that would be awesome. There is a link in the chat box. You can click on that and you can come on and we can have a conversation. Like, I feel like there is nothing that is off limits when it comes to talking about dating and relationships. So if you have questions or there are some concerns that you're having or there's a particular topic you want to get my input on, my insight, let's have it. Okay? Let's see. Charles says, will you ever get into gay marriage production? Would love it for if so. Gay marriage productions. I don't know what that means. Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know. Dwayne, thank you for the super chat. I definitely appreciate it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for the support. Charles, I need a little bit more clarity. Like, you mean TV production? I am a matchmaker. I'm a professional matchmaker. So I actually match guys and support their relationships until they get married. So I do that already. I also do couples counseling with LGBTQ plus couples who are married. So they meet with me and we work out some of their kinks in their relationships to make sure that they're communicating and they're happy in their relationship. So I do that already. When you say production, what do you mean by production? You got to chat something a little bit more, Charles. Or you can come on and let me know. Shows around gay marriage, like shows you have for singles. Well, this show right here is for singles and it's also for couples, which includes people who are married. So if they want to come on and talk about their relationship, if they have struggles in their relationship, and they want someone publicly to like walk them through some things, that they can do that on this platform. Yes, they can do that on this platform. I will tell you, in 2020, my husband and I did a show called Couples Connect for a whole year. And this was when Facebook Live was pretty booming. Once a week, we would meet with different LGBTQ plus couples. And literally, it was lesbians, there were some trans, gay men. And we just talked about like the nuances of our relationship. So he actually was my co host back in 2020 on Facebook Live, and we had a good time. We did it once a week, and was for an hour, and it did really well. He is not a dating coach, so he's a nurse, so his schedule became too hectic, and I wanted to keep doing that, but managing his schedule, my schedule, and other couples' schedule became too much. So that's why I do a lot of focus on singles. But great suggestion. Maybe we'll bring Couples Connect back, and see how that works. I appreciate that. Yes. I definitely want to know if you all have any. Well, if you go to my Better Way to Meet Facebook account, all the other previous videos about the couples are there. There are a bunch of them. So you can check that out there, Charles. Hey, Alan, good to see you. Hello, Kurt, good to see you. If you all have dating questions, go ahead and place those in the chat or click on the link and you can come on and ask me live. Okay, there's a question that says, is it okay to want to be in a relationship and not live together because I need my own place? Good question. Is it okay to live alone but want a relationship? So I think I don't knock anybody who decides the type of relationship that they want. If you want to be in a relationship where you both, like, one lives in his house and you live in your house, or one lives in Texas and the other one lives in California, and that works for the dynamics of your relationship, I think it's perfectly fine. There are some people who are like, they travel a lot for work. There are some people who just want their own space. I am a triplet and I grew up with sometimes 10, 11 people in the house at the same time. So I get that you want your privacy. You want your own space just to exist and live in it. And there are a lot of couples, not will say a lot, but there are a significant amount of couples who don't live together. What they do, though, is to make the relationship work is they have to over communicate. When I say over communicate, they have to make sure they talk on the phone, they have to video chat, they have to travel and visit each other in their homes. So their date nights that are romantic in both of their places. Yeah, it works. But you can't get lazy and treat the person as a casual person that you're dating if you're in a serious relationship. So just because you all live in two different places, it does not mean you are casually dating unless that's what you want. So if you don't want to cohabitate and you want to be in a serious relationship, you have to work towards it. You have to put a lot of effort. You still got to call, you still got to visit, you got to invite each other over each other's homes. You can't go days without speaking to them. Other than that, you're not in a serious relationship. You're just kicking it. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So you said added context. You've been single for forever, and you're in your 40s plus. I want to know, why do you want to live alone? I would love for you to come on and the channel and let me know why you want to live alone, because I probably need a little bit more context, right? Or you can put it in the chat. Like, why do you feel like why do you want to live alone? Because most couples want to live together. There are a significant amount of couples that do not live together, and usually that is because like their job. Like one works in DC, the other one works in New York, so they can't like literally live together because of their careers. At some point, though, you do decide to move together. I hope I answered your question. If you need more details, go ahead and click on the chat, come on live, or just in it. You can, I guess we can talk via text. Kurt says, I want to know why 28 folks on here and I see only one that you like. Come on, guys. Please hit the like button, thumbs up. I totally agree. We got like 36. If you all like the show, you got to hit the like button. We have spectators. Typically, the reason why I say like it is because it changes the algorithm. It actually pushes it up for other people who are looking for relationship advice to see. It's just click, boom, you're done. Thank you, Kurt. So some people did send me some questions in advance, and I'll read some of them if you all don't have questions in the chat box. T, welcome to the show. T says, how do you get guys to take you serious instead of being objectified? How do you get guys to take you seriously instead of being objectified? So guys or women who are like gorgeous, who are like, when I say gorgeous, I mean like aesthetically pleasing. They're fit. They're like everybody's ideal person. They have a hard time with people really taking them serious as far as like a relationship instead of just sex or hooking up. What I would say is embrace who you are. Embrace your qualities. If you like to work out, keep going to the gym. If you like to doll yourself up, keep on doing that. I think you have to lead more with other qualities. You're like, Lamont, what does that mean? That means like on your social media presence, if you're leading with your physical attributes, that's what people are going to notice. If you lead with something else, you're like, Lamont, what else do I lead with? If you lead with your hobbies, your interests, your intellect, well, what does that look like on social media? That means you posting pictures of you going to an opera, posting pictures of you spending time with your friends and family members, posting pictures of you traveling, right? You see this? These are images that are not about you physically. They're about like what you like to do for fun, right? I would say go ahead and lead with that. Jason, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I think guys who want to date guys who are gorgeous, gym bodies, all that type of stuff, they have to push through that. They have to really get to know the real you. A lot of people who are like, and I say tens, if you all know what a 10 is, like on a scale from 1 to 10 on what beauty is, people who are 10 typically suffer with a lot of insecurities and trust issues because they think people are after them only for their physical presence and nothing else. So it's extra effort, it's extra vetting that they have to do to make sure you are there for their heart, for their mind, and for their soul. So I would say take a little bit longer when you're in the dating process to get to know the person. and you're not going to like my next response. Take a little bit longer before you engage in sex with the person. Yeah. If you're used to hooking up with the guy in the first month, take 3 months. See if he sticks around. If he's like, oh, we ain't have sex, it's been 3 months. Okay. I just want to see if you were here for sex, my body, my looks, or my heart. That will vet out all the guys who are objectifying you. Because best believe if he doesn't get any in a month or two and he can't stick around for that, you have your answer there. So when I say wait 3 months, allow him to date other people. You date other people as well, but see if he sticks in there. If he sticks in, no pun intended. If he sticks around, if he's still around, then that means he's a keeper. If he does not pressure you for sex. Nice. Let's see. What other questions do we have? This is from Alan says, I run from those types of men. A lot of them move to the next best thing. Yeah, a lot of that's the nature of it. Where someone is looking for the next best thing, I would just say it's a part of the dating process. Sometimes people don't see and appreciate what they have in front of them, and they decide that they want something else. Allow them to move on, free yourself, and date somebody else. I think we have to dig deeper when you're dating to see what's below the surface of the person to see if there is compatibility there. And sometimes you can't figure that out in 2 dates. I think guys give up after dating for about 3 or 4 months. Like that's when you really get to see the real person. Like unless a guy gives you a whole bunch of red flags, I would say give it about 3 months to see if the guy is compatible for you. But that might be too long for you all. Oh, Alan. I'm going back to your other question. It says I'm on BLK app. Why is it when we match, I usually speak first, the combo starts off good, and then the communication just stops on their end, or they come back weeks later? Why? Yes, great question, Alan. And sorry I missed it earlier. Dating apps, I think they're a great way for you to meet somebody. It's a great way to put yourself out there. It's a great way to meet guys that you wouldn't be able to bump into at the grocery store, or at work, or at a local club or bar. I think you have to do it the right way. If you are, Alan, asking questions, if you're being engaging, if you are trying to see what the guy is about, I think that is perfect. Here's what you have to do. Take it off the app. If you're talking to a guy and you're like, hey, I'm enjoying this conversation, I would love for us to exchange contact information. Can I get your number? Here's my number. Let's talk. If he does not want to give you his telephone number, he's married, he's in a relationship, he's catfish, he just wants to hook up, he's trying to rob you, whatever. He's red flags. If you're on a dating app to date and you don't want to exchange contact information so that you can get to know a person, then what are you doing there? I'll tell you, you're just trying to hook up or waste people's time. A lot of people use the dating apps to waste people's time because they're bored at work and they just want to collect pictures. They want someone to entertain them, and you don't want to fall in that trap. So if a guy does not want to exchange contact information after you are going back and forth on an app, it's a red flag. It's a major red flag. And you should say, okay, cool, you don't want to do that. Thanks, block. Let me go talk to somebody else. Yeah. It's a part in the dating process. If you're going to use apps, there are going to be people on there who are wasting your time. Okay. I hope I answered your question. I would love for somebody to come on um, the with me live. You can click on the link in the chat. I'll make sure it is there for you. Click on the link in there in the chat, and we will bring you on. Let's see. Let's see. And my camera is just a little fuzzy, so it's hard for me to read some of the stuff that's coming up. I don't know why it's fuzzy today. That's strange. Oh, Scoop has a question. How do you support a partner that is depressed with work and doesn't know what to do next? Good question. And a lot of people get into relationships and they think that they're supposed to be easy, that your partner is supposed to be Superman, your partner is supposed to be on 100 all the time, that your partner is supposed to never get depressed or sad. I will tell you, part of being married, part of being in a long-term relationship, part of being in a committed relationship is you show up. Like you show up and you show out whenever your partner is down. What does that look like? If your partner's family members dies, if your partner hates his job and it's stressing him out and it's making him depressed, you as a partner have to show up more. What does that mean? That means you have to be more caring. That means you have to be more patient. Mm-hmm. You're like, no, Lamont, we're supposed to fix him. Mm-mm. It starts with you. It starts with you. If you're trying to help your partner, you have to create home as being a safe space, a comfortable space, a place of where your partner feels refreshed. So that means you have to reduce the nagging, reduce the complaining. You have to show up, be more loving, supportive, and caring. And sometimes it is as simple as, hey, babe, what can I do to help with this situation? Does that mean I need to listen? Do you want to vent? Do you want to brainstorm together? Do you want me to help you find a new job? Do we want to go to this event so we can network and find you a new job? Do you want me to look at your resume and get it like to polish it up so you can find a new job? Do you sit down and say, hey, babe, how are we going to brainstorm? You don't like your job. What is the plan to get you out of there? Your partner might say, I don't need your help with me finding a new job. Right? Then you say, cool. You say, cool. That's when you start to be more sensitive. You be more supportive. You make sure that you are the light of his life. And that might go on for 6 months. Right. So that means closing your mouth sometimes when you get upset because he's frustrated. That means you making sure that you take care of yourself also so that you're not snapping at your partner. You may also make some suggestions for your partner if he's depressed or if she's depressed. Say, hey, what can you do to make yourself feel better? Do you need to go see a therapist? Do you need to see a job coach? Do you need to go to the gym? You would want to push your partner to at least be working towards getting rid of that depression. You can sit in it for a little bit. I'm going to give you a couple weeks. You can sit in it, but you need to push your partner to be moving towards action. There's a difference of not caring about your partner and just letting him or her exist. Let them wallow in it for a little bit, but then they have to come up with a game plan and actually do things to make themselves better and get out of that rut. Yes, I hope that helped. Whew. What's this? I was hoping someone would come on live with me tonight. You can click the request button if you all want to come. Apparently, you all are just chatty Cathy in the in the chat box tonight. Make sure you all like, comment, and share this video. Let's see. I want to go to somebody's question. Let's see. So let's see. Serious, you said you let's see your question. I will tell you, Markeith, the questions are blurry on my screen, so I can't read them when you put them up. So I am just reading from the chat box. So I will try to pull them from there. Siri said, I meet guys, but get irked when I ask a lot of questions and they end up telling me you ask many questions and it ends everything. Serious, take that feedback. Take that feedback. If guys say you are asking them questions, it is not a damn job interview, right? I want to put it frankly like that. Sometimes people go on dates and they have, particularly, and I don't know what your age is, but I'm over 40. Most of my guys are over 40. They will sit down and they have a list of 6 to 8 questions that they have to ask the guy before they will even emotionally open up. And I will say, dates are not job interviews. And if a guy feels like you are asking them too many questions, what they're saying is, I feel like you're interrogating me. No one wants to be interrogated on a date. Instead, what you can do is offer up information about yourself. Tell them a funny story that happened to you last week. Share with them places you like to travel. Tell a funny joke to them. Touch the guy. Give the guy compliments. Ask him if there are any questions he wants to ask you. I gave you 4 to 5 different things that you could do instead of asking him a bunch of questions. And if you are on a date that is interactive and not like a sit down, let's have coffee or tea or dinner, it's less likely that you are going to be asking a lot of questions. So if I were you in your shoes, I would never do a dinner date. Right? Because you know your natural habit is to sit down and ask a lot of questions. So you should always be doing bowling, rock climbing, let's go for a jog, anything that is active that is going to help you from asking this guy a bunch of questions. Right? I hope that helped for you. I want to shout out Markeith. Markeith is doing our production. He is absolutely amazing. If you're looking for a coach or someone to do brand management, you should definitely check him out. Oh, we got music today for this. I like the music, Markeith. All right, let's see what other questions we have in this chat box. I was hoping someone would come join me. I'm kind of lonely up here. I don't know. Maybe you all didn't brush your hair, something. I don't know. Let me see what other questions we have in here. Oh, what's this? Music Spot says, I had a conversation with a guy at a car dealership. I offered my number and he never called. What is the matter with folks? So this happens all the time. So you both should exchange contact information. If you just give your number to a guy, it's like when way back in the 90s when we had house phones, you're literally like sitting at the phone waiting for him to call. Right? I know it's 2023 and we have cellular phones, so you're not literally like stuck at the house waiting for him to call so you don't miss anything. But you're left like, is he ever going to call me? Instead, you should be like, let's exchange contact information. Meaning you get his number, you give him your number. I didn't say Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, none of that. Telephone numbers. If he says, oh no, I don't want to give you my number, that means he was never going to call you. If he gives you his number, then you would be able to reach out to him and leave him a voicemail message. If he doesn't answer, then you have your answer again. So next time you're in that situation, I want you to be like, hey, let's exchange contact information. Yes, Ronellis, beepers. Yes, back in the day we had beepers and all that type of stuff. Now it's 2023. You don't have to sit by the phone and wait for someone to call you. But definitely exchange contact information next time. Let's see. Any other questions? Let's see. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So I had a question earlier. Someone sent me a message and they said, Lamont, can you answer this question tonight? Um, they said, what do you do in a situation when a guy is really friendly to you? You all hang out, you spend time together, you even cuddle together, you even have sex, but he does not want to move to a relationship with you. What can I do to make him move into a relationship status? So you're hanging out with a guy, he's really friendly, you're cuddling. Cuddling is intimate, right? You're spending time together, you're having sex, but he does not want to be in a relationship with you. If you're looking for a relationship, that's your goal, but that's not his goal. He is wasting your time. He's wasting your time. I guess the sex, the friendship, the cuddling is great, but he is literally wasting your time and your feelings are going to get hurt. And when I say your feelings are going to get hurt, your heart is going to get hurt. It's probably hurting now because you want something from someone who does not want to give back to you what you're giving in return. You want love, relationship. He just wants someone to spend time with and someone to have sex with and someone to have intimacy with. He's literally using you for his emotional needs, for his boredom, and for his sexual needs. But as as soon as I bet you $5, and I tell people this, I bet you $5, as soon as someone else that comes along that meets his requirements, he will drop you and say, you know what? I told you I didn't want to be in a relationship. I was upfront with you, but you're going to be like, wait, we spent all this time together. We even sat on the couch and we cuddled. We were having sex. You were friendly. It was kind of like we were dating. No, he told you he did not want to be in a relationship. There's something about you, as awesome as you are, there's something about you that is not 100% compatible for him. If it was, or if he was in the mental space to be in a relationship, you all would be in a full-fledged relationship. But he's not there, or you're not it. So all you're going to do is end up with hurt feelings. A lot of people get in those situations where people are using you for your emotions, for boredom, and also for sex. And you want more. Thundercat says, just friends with benefits. Yeah, it sounds like friends with benefits, but it's a little bit more intimate. And you want more than friends. But he doesn't want to give that back to you. And he has made that crystal clear. But you feel like you can change his mind. I just want to know, when are you all going to stop trying to change how people think? Not in a relationship. If a guy tells you who he is, if he shows you who he is, stop trying to change that man. Let him live his life. Let him be great with somebody else, okay? Oh. Mm, mm. So it is a tough pill to swallow because there are amazing guys that you spend time with and really intimate and quality time with, and you are just not it for them. And once you realize that, that is a beautiful thing, because you then have the option to say, I am great. There's something about me that is not compatible with this guy. Let me move on. Been there, done that. I used to date guys before I was married, and they would do the same thing. And sometimes guys were like, oh, I just want someone a little bit taller. Guess what? I am this height. I talk this loud. This is my energy I give. I am not going to change. There are certain core qualities that I possess that I am not going to change to be compatible for somebody else. There and you shouldn't do that as well. I think there are things you can be accommodating and supportive, and you can navigate a relationship, but don't change who you are. Don't change the core of who you are just so that you can be with a guy. You can't sustain that. You cannot sustain that. He is eventually going to see that this is a cover, this is a mask, that you are pretending to be something that you're not. So be your most authentic self and find someone that appreciates that about who you are. So whoever sent me that message, I hope you hear. I hope you hear that, okay? Gene Thomas says, I've always been open about the fact that I want kids, monogamy, and a relationship. I dated a guy that said he didn't want those things and that I wasn't masculine enough. Now he says things have changed. Let's sit down and have coffee. So if that guy said that things have changed, sit down, have coffee with him, see where's the evolution coming from. Did he have a come to Jesus meeting? Did he have a bad relationship? Did he realize that he wants children now? You need to investigate a little bit more. Where has this change come from? And then also see if it's genuine, right? He may just be talking just to get you back. And then you have this relationship. And then 3, 4, 5 years later, when it's time to have children, he's like, oh, no, I don't want children. Well, bro, you didn't lie to me and told me things have changed. Right? So see if it's an authentic change, but also see if it's a sustainable change. See if he really wants to go through the long haul. Like, you're not masculine enough. Tell him to take you out with his friends and you be the biggest queen in the world. Yeah, I'm saying be the biggest queen in the world. And if he's okay with that, y'all don't get the argument, his friends don't treat you bad, then okay. Then you good, right? Right? See if he can be monogamous for a year, right? And when I say see if he can, do frequent check-ins. But like, hey, I know you used to step out, blah, blah, blah. Have you had the urge? How are you feeling sexually? Are you satisfied? Do you want to open it up? And if he says, yes, I want to open it up, you got your answer. He doesn't want to be monogamous. So it's his job to prove to you that change is there. Yeah, I hope that helped. Ooh. Kurt Wallace says, often it appears that God has a sense of humor. We do not want who wants us and vice versa. I was in the car earlier today thinking about that same sentiment. Sometimes we want a certain type of guy, and there are different guys that want us that we don't want them. I would say, hey, turn and look at that guy that you said, oh, I'm not interested in. Take a second look. Like literally, take a second look at him and see what are the good qualities about that guy that are compatible. And I bet you, if you dig a little bit deeper, you will find compatible qualities. Sometimes we want things that evolve over time. I used to thought, I used to think that I was going to be with, a certain type of man. I ended up with a totally different husband that I appreciate, that I love. And I think if you open your preferences, and I say this all the time, if you open your preferences more and more, you will find that you appreciate things that you thought you might not like, and you will find love. That's the ultimate goal. And some things you can compromise on, but I think you should have at least a core list of things that you want in a relationship. Let me know in the chat box if this conversation, this video is helpful for you. Definitely like, comment, and share. I want to see in the chat box, like, do you all like these types of conversations? I just need to know. I want to know in the chat box, do you all like these types of conversations? Someone said, let me look and see. J Max says, but the incompatible qualities are still there. So if the incompatible qualities are still there, like the core ones, then yeah, move on. Don't date guys that are not compatible with you. But I would like to push and challenge and be like, hey, what are those qualities? I would love for you to tell me, like, what are those qualities that you want in a guy, in a partner? Sometimes they're superficial and sometimes they're unrealistic. That's what I have found. Sharif says, the guy that likes me is great guy, but my lord, he is short. I friend zoned him, but he is persistent. Go ahead and get you a short man, okay? I think we have to question ourselves, like when we talk about height, like tall guys, short guys, what is that about? A guy came on the show and said that he wanted to date guys who are masculine because he felt safe. Right? And I really want to unpack that and be like, when you talk about you want to be as a man, cuss me out, say if you want, as a man, what do you want to feel safe? Like what it sounds like you need protecting, right? So if you want to be safe, you want someone to protect you. What do you want him to protect you from? I guess we know you. If you want to be with a guy who's masculine because he makes you feel safe, you want him to protect you. Like, are y'all going to like an area where people are trying to hurt you? I just need to understand that as a man, I feel like, oh, y'all gonna hate me for this. You should be able to protect yourself. You don't get in a relationship for someone to fulfill a need that you as a human should fulfill on your own. So if you don't love yourself, if you're not financially stable, if you're not in touch with your higher power, don't get in a relationship expecting someone to do that for you. You need to do that for yourself. If you need to feel safe, you might need to go to karate classes. You might need to go to therapy. You might need to have a conversation with God, like whatever it is, so that you can feel safe as an independent person by yourself. Same thing with dating guys. Oh, he too short. What? You want a tall guy so you can feel what? So you can feel what? I need to know. You want to date a tall guy so you can feel what? So you can feel like a woman? Like femme? Like what? Like or what? Like what is it? I want to know. When you all post stuff in the chat, I don't know. When you come on here, then I can get a little bit more a little more clarity and not make assumptions. Ah! Sharif could kill me. I just want to know, what about the tall guys? I'm that is. Maybe I'll do a whole show about that. Date the short guys. Like, what about tall guys for gay men? I'm not talking about women. You know, that heterosexual stuff. That's their stuff. I'm talking about gay men. I'm talking about gay men. What is it about? What is it? What is it? Like, you're like, oh, I don't want to date a short guy. Tell me why. I want to know why. Hmm. Hmm. Masculinity has an aggression you enjoy. Okay, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel? I want to know how, if someone's masculine, they're aggressive. How does that make you feel? Hmm. Y'all gonna kill me like Lamont. And if you want to feel like a woman, you want to feel, I can't say the word. I really want to say it's on like the tip of my tongue, but I'm not going to say it. Okay. If you want to feel like a woman, if you want to have at it. That is great, but own it. Own it. Okay. Ah! Oh, I unpack things because I think, have been taught, and we have models of what relationships should be like. And I feel like as gay men, it is a beautiful thing that we get to recreate the narrative of who we are, right? We get to recreate the narrative of the types of relationships that we want. So you don't have to be with an ultra masculine guy to feel safe. You can be with, most fishy guy and still feel safe. And when I say safe, meaning that he will guard your heart, right? He will protect you at all costs when it comes to making sure that you feel comfortable and loved and appreciated. I think the movies and porn have got us so wrapped up into masculinity, and a certain physical type, that we feel like that is the norm for our types of relationships. Mm-mm. It is a trick. It is a lie. It is fantasy. Okay. Oh, it is fantasy. And you can take that in the bedroom. Do that in the bedroom. But when it comes out of the bedroom and you're in a like relationship together, the dynamics are different. Y'all are in this chat box. Let's see. Let me see if I can scroll up to this question because I can't see it in there. Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. I'm trying to go to a question. Okay. Music Spot says, do short guys get more play than tall guys? I tell a friend of mine he gets way too much play, and it's because he's 5'5". I think I think taller guys get the perceived preference. Like, everybody wants a guy who's 6 foot and above. I'm a matchmaker, and every time I get a client, they say, "Oh, I want a guy who's tall. I want someone above 6 foot, 6 feet." Right? I'm like, okay. I think there's a preference to have someone that is tall, who's masculine, who has a certain body type, who's a certain sexual position. But in reality, when you look at most of the married couples, go ahead and scan social media. When you look at most of the couples, they're not all gym bodies. They're not all 6 foot even. They don't all look like what the models are like in Vogue or whatever muscle guys are. No, they're all different body types. They're all different heights. And I'm telling you, those are the people who get married and who are in relationships. and they are happy, right? They're happy. So again, if you open your preferences, you will find him. Ron Ellis, that is a lie. It's a lie. Oh. Let's see. Let's see. Any final questions? And I thought I was going to have someone come on. I can't believe this is episode 8 and we have no guest. Mm, mm, mm. Jason Mills says, yes, they want to feel like a woman. Yeah. I don't think, uh, if people want to feel like women, have at it. I love it. Yeah. But own it. That's all I'm saying. Music Spot says, I'm 6'2" and guys don't approach me. It's my position to pursue. Yeah. Yeah. I think if you sit around waiting for someone to approach you, you are going to allow any and every type of guy approach you, which does not mean they're compatible for you. I think if you do the picking, then there's a stronger likelihood that the person is compatible for you. So if you see someone that you're interested in because of X, Y, and Z, go after it. Don't wait and like just keep staring at him, walking by him like you're a geisha girl, drop your fan in hopes that he will pick something up and talk to you. No, say, hey, how you doing? I saw you standing there. Are you here with somebody? How's your day gone? Oh, I like your shoes. You see all those types of compliments I gave? I feel like you should go after what you want. If you don't, you're going to be still standing waiting for someone to approach you. Sharif says, I don't need protection. I have my gun for that. Yes, yes. You know, a lot of people don't approach people because they're afraid of being rejected. We all have been rejected. Get over yourself. Literally, I know it's hard to say. I've put sugar on it in previous episodes. Get over being rejected. Okay, we have a guest. I think we have a couple minutes. Let's see who's coming in. Kurt, how are you? I cannot hear you. I think you have to make sure your audio is connected. Maybe it wasn't plugged in. Well, we have a couple minutes left. Hopefully, we'll get Kurt to situated. If not, Kurt will have you on the show another time. Let's see. So Ronella says a lot of men don't have good communication skills. They miss opportunities thinking inside the box. Agreed. Um, and that's gay, straight, bisexual men. Communicating is very hard. I feel like um, it is an art. And that's why I teach guys how to do that one-on-one through my dating coaching sessions, because we as gay men, we really have not been taught how to approach another guy, how to sell ourselves. And yes, I'm saying you're selling yourself because you are showing the guy your qualities that are dateable and what you have that are great to be a good partner. We will get Kurt next time. I do want to show you all my website. A lot of people may or may not know that I do matchmaking. I also do dating coaching with guys anywhere in the United States. So if you're ever interested in being matched with a guy, like I do amazing jobs with matching people. When I say matching, you tell me what type of guy you want. We just got to move Kurt's name out of there because his name is not on the website. But guys have a great experience going through my matchmaking process. And the reason that it is, tell me what type of guy you want. And I actually go out and find those types of guys for you. So if you go to my website, the link is in the chat. It's betterwaytomeet.com. And if you just scroll where that yellow item is, where it says join today, you can click on that there. And then you will be able to see the different types of packages that I offer. I would highly recommend that you all select either my VIP matchmaking package, which is in purple, and that's for guys who live anywhere in the United States and you want to go on 4 to 5 different dates. I also have a base matchmaking package, and that's just for guys who live in New York, Atlanta, and DC, and you'll go on 1 or 2 dates. I plan fun dates. I make sure that all your dates are guys that check your boxes. So if you are a guy who is versatile, I will never send you on a date with a guy who's a strict top or strict bottom. If you have a height requirement, because y'all do, I make sure your matches fit your preferences. My matchmaking clients are definitely satisfied. I do dating coaching sessions with you and your matches to make sure that you all show up in the right way on a date. Also, part of these packages, as long as you're dating one of my guys, you and I stay in contact and communication. You get in your first argument, you call me. If you need a date idea, you call me. I'll give you suggestions. My matchmaking clients, we're like besties because we're always in communication and I make sure they're all satisfied. So definitely check out betterwaytomeet.com. Look at the VIP matchmaking package and also the base matchmaking package. If there are couples who are watching this, I also do couples counseling. You can click on the one that's orange. That's where we do couples counseling, and I'll meet with you virtually. All right. I hope you all had a great time. It has been an amazing Thursday. I will let you all know the frequency that we will keep doing these Are You Dateable conversations on YouTube. We may or may not do them every Thursday. We will see. I will make a decision early next week and I will keep you all posted. But this has been a great 2 months where we have been here having good conversations about, folks who to see if they are dateable. All right. Thanks for the folks in the chat box. Great questions and great dialogue. I will see you next time.